Welcome back to the Panic Room, guys. And today we have a tag video. So I was perusing YouTube, or more to the point, I was perusing BookTube, and I came across a couple of tags that seemed interesting, so I thought, what the hell, let's film one. So I chose the rapid fire book tag. Now, I did take a picture of these questions on my phone, but I have not looked through them at all. So this is gonna be kind of by the seat of my pants kind of a video. And if you like it, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It would really help me out. So without further ado, let's get into the tag. Okay, let's bring this up. Question number 1, ebook or physical book? I'm gonna have to say physical book. Not that I am in any way, shape, or form against ebooks. I think they are a very economical way to have a library, and I have many on my Kindle. So, but if I had my choice, I'd have to say physical book. I'm old school like that. Just something about the tactile feeling and old book smell. Question number 2, paperback or hardback? I'm gonna have to go with hardback for a lot of the same reasons. Tactile feel, they just seem more sturdy, and you can kind of display them, I guess, in a way that you can't a paperback. Again, not that I have anything against paperbacks, just my choice. I would have to go with hardback. Question 3, online or in-store book shopping? Well, I'm a huge hermit, so I do a lot of my shopping online. However, I do love going in bookstores, and I think that, and some of you might think I'm a little weird, but I mean, come on. If this is your first or your 5th video, you probably already know the answer to that. I am a little weird.
I myself am strange and unusual.
I have to say that I like going into bookstores because I like to get the feel of the book. You know, I like to flip through it, and I know that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I like to hold the book, kind of get its vibe. Do you do that? Comment down below, let me know. Let's see, trilogies or series? I think that depends on the story, honestly. Some stories don't lend themselves to trilogies and some don't lend themselves to series. So I think as long as the story fits, then either one could be fine. I think for a series, you have to have a lot more world building and a lot more stuff to draw from. So I'm a fan of that. I like diving deep into a world. So if I had to pick one, I would have to say series, probably. Ooh, the next question, heroes or villains? Villains all the way, baby. Not that I have anything against a good hero. I love a good hero, but there is something just really cool about getting into the head of a villain, you know? There's a lot more cobwebs to sweep through, I guess you could say, and a lot more boxes to open in the brain of a villain. You know, I have to say, though, that, you know, the whole trope of the hero's journey, that's an interesting one. I like to see people do spins on the hero's journey, but I gotta say villain, man, I gotta go with villain. I think that they are super interesting. Ooh, the next question, a book you want everyone to read? Honestly, I can't pick. Recently, probably The Push, which the review is coming, and it's a doozy, just wait. But really, I want everyone to read all the books that I read because I want to talk to people about them. That's the whole reason I'm here. Oh, next question. Recommend an underrated book. I don't know. I don't think any of my books I would consider underrated. I can't think of any book that I would consider underrated because if I like them, I don't consider them underrated. Honestly, I'm drawing a blank because all the books that I would recommend, I would rate super highly, and I can't think of any of them that have like an underrated persona. I don't know. Comment down below. What's a book that's underrated that I should read? So the next question. The last book you finished. That would be The Drowning Kind, which I have not posted the review yet for, so stay tuned for that. The last book you bought. I don't buy a ton of books. I am in the middle of trying to pay off a student loan, so I am a huge library nerd. I like libraries and I like cheap Kindle books right now. But the last book I bought was probably something for my boyfriend's daughter. Honestly, we've been trying to get her more into reading, so we've bought her all the YA, I mean, you name it, Divergent, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, which I already had Harry Potter. Yeah, probably one of those, if I had to guess. Next thing, I love this. Weirdest thing you've ever used as a bookmark. I got one for this. The weirdest thing I've ever used as a bookmark is the little cardboard separators in the tea that I buy. They're the perfect size. They're exactly the size of your standard book, usually. So, yeah, I can't tell you the times I've been making myself a cup of tea and needed to put the book down for something and just plopped one of those little cardboard things in the middle of it. Although I have numerous bookmarks that I could use. I don't know why I use the stupid tea thing. Used books, yes or no? Yes, hell yes. I mean, there is nothing better than that old book smell. And I have found some really awesome deals on some used books. You know, well, just the other day, my boyfriend's daughter wanted to read the Twilight series. I mean, at least it's reading, right? And we found all 4 of them at a local Goodwill for $8 for all 4. Yeah, I thought that was fantastic. And anything that gets a kid to read, I'm all for it. So yes, my answer is yes. 1,000 times over, hell yes, used books. Top 3 favorite genres. Oh, easy. Horror, mystery, and probably fantasy, if I had to pick the top 3. Horror, mystery, and fantasy. And I do differentiate between horror and mystery because I think mystery is more of like, I think of it as more like a Sherlock Holmes, you know, kind of like a whodunit kind of a deal. Whereas horror is more like psychological or bloody or, you know, darker sides of humanity, so to speak. So yeah, horror, mystery, and fantasy. Those would probably be my top 3 genres. Next question, borrow or buy? I think if you love the book, definitely buy it. I'm a big fan of borrow. Support your local libraries. You know, they are awesome places, magical places. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of borrow. You know, why spend your money on something that, you know, is sitting there in the library free for you to use, you know? And I take care of my books, so, you know, I don't have to worry about them getting damaged or whatever before I return them back to the library. You know, they're my little paper babies. So yeah, you know, if I really, really love a book or a series, I will go out and buy it. But for the most part, I'm all about borrowing, you know? I don't know a soul alive that doesn't have some form of debt. So, hey, support your local library, keep their doors open, and don't spend your money. Hey, win-win for everyone. Ooh, the next one, characters or plot? That depends on the story, man. You know, because, and honestly, I would go with both. I think for a great story, you need both. I don't know, you can have a really shitty character and have a great plot, I'm sure. I'm sure it's possible. Okay, for example, The Village, I'll link that down below. I was not a huge fan of some of the characters in that book, but I thought the plot was really good, and the plot kept me intrigued. I would have a hard time picking, but I would almost have to go with plot. Like, if you held a knife to my neck and had me choose, I think I would have to go with plot. Ooh, the next one, long or short books? Long. I like getting into a world. I want to know everything about it. I want to know, you know, how the characters grew up. I want to know why they're having bread for dinner. I want to know what that animal is that's tweeting in the forest behind them. I want to know all of it. So yeah, long books. I like some detail. And you know, if it's done well, now I think detail can be done in a very boring way, but if you do it right and really get into the world building, I am there. I am with you 500, 600 pages if you want to. You know, take me with you. I'm here for the ride. Let's see, long or short chapters. I think I would go with long chapters. I don't really see the point in like 2-page chapters. And I get it that maybe you're like switching character voices or something like that, but you know, I'm all for a long chapter. You know, don't mess up my mental flow with like chapter. You know, just tell me what you need to tell me, right? You could do like a page break. So yeah, long chapters. Oh, name the first 3 books you think of. The Burning Girls, Night, The Push. Just the 3 that came to my head. Books that made you laugh or cry. Oh, so many. God, so many good writing. I hate to keep sounding like a broken record, but The Push made me like get depressed at points, like almost cry. Let's see, laugh. I laughed at a few parts of The Burning Girls. I cried at Pet Sematary. Yeah, I cried at Pet Sematary. I remember that. Laugh. I laughed at some parts of It. Does that make me strange? I don't know, just the back and forth between the boys, like that banter. Sometimes it just strikes me as funny. So I laughed at some parts of It too. Our world or fictional worlds? Do I really need to answer that? Who's gonna pick our world over some kind of like really awesome fictional world? Let me know down below. That is awesome. Please comment down below. What fictional world would you choose to live in? God, that would be so hard. What would I pick? Probably Westland from the Richard and Kaylin, the Sword of Truth series. No, I would pick the Midlands. That's where Kaylin's from. I would pick the Midlands. I want to live there. Yeah. But comment down below. I am so curious. What world would you choose to live in? Anything. Any world. What would you choose to live in? Audiobooks, yes or no? Yeah, I don't have a problem with audiobooks. They're not really something that I do a lot of, but I think they're a great way to consume books, especially nowadays, because everybody is like on the go. And, you know, little side blurb about me, you know, I used to be a case manager, and I spent a lot of time in the car. So if I could consume my favorite book in audio form while I was like driving to a house for work, yeah, I think that's awesome. I don't see a problem with audiobooks. I think they're really cool. Which brings us to our I'm just kidding. I'm not sponsored yet. Audible, call me. Let's see. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yeah, I do. But mostly because I just like to see cover art. I'm that person that when you hit the part of the book that lets the cover make sense, that I will like flip the book over and look at the cover like, oh, that's why there's a insert item here. Oh, next question. Book to movie or book to TV adaptations? I would have to say book to TV adaptations, and hear me out. This is why. Because usually with TV, if we're talking about a series, then the creators have more time to implement more detail from the books. So you don't get this like choppy story in a movie. Now, I have seen some good movies that were based on books. I'm not gonna lie, but I want more time because I'm a big like world person. Like I want to really get into this world. You know, I want to see the clothing and the food and, you know, the character development and all of that. And I know that no TV or movie is ever going to be able to do that the way a book will, but yeah, I want a series so that I can give these people as much time as possible to not kill the vibe of my book. Next, a movie or TV show you preferred to its book. Does that happen? I got nothing. I don't think that's ever happened to me, that I've preferred a movie or TV show to the book. Ever. Tell me, has it happened to you? I don't feel like that happens a lot. All right, last question, everyone. Series or standalones? My first inclination is to say that it depends on the story, but I am, in my adult life, more attracted to standalone books. Now, I read plenty of series as a young adult. Loved them. I think that standalones have more of an appeal for an adult because it's like the one and done, you know? And it's like, okay, well, I was in this world, now I can move on to another type of world. Now, that's not to, like, shit all over series. You know, I think if a story is done well and the author really wants to really hit home this world and this story and it's this big, involved, lifetime kind of adventure, then by all means, make it a series. But, you know, my first inclination, if I'm strolling around the library, is not to pick up a series book. It's going to be to pick up a standalone book. So, guys, that's it. That was the rapid fire tag. That was really fast. I guess that's why they call it rapid, right? So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe. It would really help me out. And you know what? I don't know very many people on BookTube yet. So if you're watching this video, I tag you. If you haven't done the rapid fire tag, please. I would love to hear your answers and your opinions on these questions. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.